It was a quiet night in the small town of Millfield. The children were sound asleep, and the adults were tucked away in their beds. All was calm, except for a strange, chilling laugh that echoed through the streets. It was a laugh that sent shivers down the spines of anyone who heard it. And that night, it was heard by one unfortunate family. They had been asleep until they were awoken by a tapping on their window. When they looked outside, they saw a clown standing there, staring at them with a sinister grin. And that's when they knew the killer clown had returned. The next morning, the town was in a panic. 2 children had gone missing, and it was suspected that the killer clown was behind it. The police were doing everything they could to find the children, but with no leads, they were at a loss. The town was in chaos. Parents were afraid to let their children out of their sight, and the sound of the chilling laugh could be heard all around. Days turned to weeks, and the search for the missing children continued. Until one day, a group of kids stumbled upon a small abandoned circus tent in the woods. Curiosity got the best of them, and they ventured inside. What they found was a gruesome scene. The missing children were there, tied up and scared, and standing over them was the killer clown. The kids ran for their lives, screaming for help. The killer clown chased them, determined to keep them quiet. It was a chase through the woods, with the clown gaining on them with every step. But the kids were fast, and they managed to outrun him. They made it back to town, where the police were waiting for them. They told their story. Detective Roberts and his team searched every inch of the town for any trace of the killer clown, but all their efforts turned up empty. The clown had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only fear and death in his wake. As the days turned weeks and weeks into months, the town slowly started to return to its normal routine. Children played in the streets once again, and parents felt a sense of relief that their children were safe. But Detective Roberts couldn't shake the feeling that the clown was still out there somewhere, watching, waiting, and planning his next move. One night, Detective Roberts was sitting alone in his office, going over the case files once again, when he heard a strange noise coming from outside his window. He got up and walked over to the window, peering out into the darkness. That's when he saw him. The clown was standing in the shadows, watching him with cold, dead eyes. Detective Roberts froze, his heart pounding in his chest. He could see the clown's twisted smile and the glint of his knife in the moonlight. But before Detective Roberts could do anything, the clown vanished into thin air, leaving behind only a faint laughter echoing in the night. The next day, Detective Roberts went to the town square and announced that the clown had been officially declared missing, presumed dead. But deep down, he knew that the clown was still out there, waiting to strike again. And so, the legend of the killer clown lived on in the town, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks just beneath the surface of everyday life.